Okay, so let's look at this first question. Samuel invested 50,000 Rand in the African bank for 4 years at 10.05% simple interest. How much money did he receive at the end of the investment period? So what we need to first look at in this question is, what are we dealing with first and foremost? So this is a financial maths question. What do we have in the scenario? We have a man or a person here called Samuel. What does he do? He invests. Now, what is an investment, if we can remember quite correctly? So if we go back to our terms there, we were told that okay, so there's basically no term there on investment. Okay, that's fine. Samuel invested 50,000 Rand in the African bank for 4 years at 10.05% simple interest. So he invested what? 50,000 Rand. Now, in investment, obviously, this is 50,000 Rand with the intention of saving up money in the African bank for 4 years. So this is capital, or we could say, in other words, this is a present value, or we can say, in other words, this is a principal amount, or we can say, in other words, this is an original amount. So it is 50,000 Rand. So if we go to our page there, we are going to say P is equal to 50,000 Rand. Okay, P in the African bank for 4 years. So that is N. N is equal to 4 years. It's the number of years. 4 years, N. All right. And then after that, at 10.05% simple interest. Now, that is I is equal to 10.05%. Remember, this is R over 100. But of course, we're going to say 10.005 over 100. Now, when we divide by 100, remember, we move the decimal how many times? Move it how many times? 2 times to the left. 1, 2. So this is gonna be 0.1. It's gonna be 1, 2, 0.1005. So we're going to be 0.1005. Okay, that is basically our interest rate as a decimal. Then we are going to have A. A is, we write a question mark to denote that. What does the question say here? How much money did he receive at the end of the investment period? How much money did he receive at the end of the investment period? So we want to know what is the accumulated amount, or the amount of money finally that he will have attained. So basically, let's go ahead and write. So because we were told this is 50,000 invested in the African bank for 4 years at what? 10.05% simple interest. That means the formula that we will use is the simple interest formula, which is A is equal to P brackets 1 plus I times N, because there's a linear growth here. So A is what we want to find. P is 50,000. 1 plus I is 0.1005, because I is the interest rate of the decimal, and N, we times it by 4. Now what we want to do is we want to check from the calculator if what do we get as an amount. So I'm just going to use my calculator there on the screen. That means we're going to say 8,000, right, brackets. There we have 1 plus what? 0, what? 1005, right? And then we multiply that by 4. We close the bracket, say equal. Sorry. What's this? Okay. Say equal. There we have it. So the answer is 70,100. So there we have it, guys. The answer is 70,100. Okay. So after 4 years, in having invested 50,000 rand, what I get is 70,100 rand. And that basically is the first question that was asked. It's a level 1 question. How many marks? It's 3 marks. Okay, so yeah, it's a fairly good amount that we were able to get. Let's look at 4.2. A student buys a laptop for 11,000 on a hire purchase agreement. So very importantly, student buys a laptop for 11,000 on a hire purchase agreement. He agrees to pay a deposit of 20%, and the balance over a period of 2 years in monthly installments at 14% per annum, 14% simple interest per annum. He also takes out an insurance premium of 68.50 per month. Determine the amount of each installment. So in the next video, I'll actually go in and explain that question and look at it in more in depth.